Turn to the next page. So where it says number 1. Put all your bills in one area. A large part is we're just not organized. We got bills in the kitchen, the living room, our purse, and online. How you gonna pay all that? You need to have one central location where your bills are, and not all over the place. Okay? When you look at your credit report, and hopefully you have looked at that. You need to make sure you're paying those, as he said, delinquent accounts first. And also paying those small amounts first. Why is paying the small amounts important? Or why should you start there?
Show progress.
Show progress. You can feel, you can feel confident, like I can do this.
Especially if you check your report every so often. So
Right.
you pay that little one after 30 days of reporting, you see your little points go up.
Yep, you see your points go up. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay? Number 2, stay away from payday loans.
Yes, Jesus. Talk about it, Jesus.
Let me give you an example. Because this is not necessarily a payday loan. But the example that I gave was you end up paying 349% up to 630% of interest.
Oh, wow.
So you got a $500 loan, and when you pay it back, you almost paying back $2,000. Yes. Okay? So, let me give you an example. So, I said before that we need to look at the fine print. Read the fine print. Don't just look at, like here's a thing I just got in the mail today. So it worked out perfectly. Somebody's trying to give me a visa. Okay? In the corner it says credit limit up to $1,500. Now if I need some money, I'm be looking like, oh shoot, $1,500, okay. But then the fine print says most customers receive $350. It's not. Then when you flip to the back, this is what we need to be paying attention to. The interest rates. At the top, it said 29.9. So almost 30% in interest that I would be paying. Okay? So we can't get excited about these numbers. Okay? That's one. Let me give you another one. This is Great Plains Lending. Write these folk down, because y'all don't need to fool with these people. Write this down. Great Plains Lending. Great Plains Lending. They said, they gave me a check, or at least it looked like one, right? Down here at the bottom, I ripped this off, I guess you better take it, right? For $1,000. But, by the time they want me to make 30 payments, this is where this fine print comes in. Read the fine print, y'all. They want me to make 30 payments at $137 a month. So by the time I'm done, I would pay them $4,100.
Wow.
4 times the amount that the check was.
Wow.
So again, you got to read the fine print. You can't just get caught up in, oh, I need $1,000. Oh, this just came right on time. Look at Jesus. No, that ain't Jesus. That is not Jesus right here. Okay? Because sometimes we'll do that. Look at God. You know how we get spiritual sometimes. You want to blame God on everything. That ain't God. That is not God. Okay, last one. Lending company. Write them down. Don't fool with these people. Lending company. Lending company. They said you are pre-approved for up to $20,000. That gets somebody excited. Like, oh, I can take that vacation. I can pay back Big Mama. You know what I'm saying? We get all these ideas of what we're going to do with the money. Okay? Here's the catch. They gave me an example. You can get a now they ain't said up to.
Right.
Now the fine print not going down to $5,000.
Wow.
Okay? You get a $5,000 loan at an interest rate of 26, which is a little high, okay? But they're going to take $300 just as an origination fee. So that's basically saying they're going to process the paperwork. So they're going to take $300 to process the paperwork, okay? Now, 36 months, so that's 3 years. They want a payment of $202. And by the time I'm done, that's $7,300.
For $4,700.
For $4,700, right. And then when I calculate the interest, it's the move from 26 to 31. So again, you have to read this stuff. Don't go in just thinking, you know, here go my $1,000 check. I'm ready to cash it. And then you done got caught up in some stuff. Okay? So be mindful of that. You need to be mindful of that. Okay? So these are basically for people that are desperate. And we're children of God. We don't have to be desperate. We just got to get our priorities in line. Amen? Amen. Okay? Now, this is what's going to be kind of new for tonight. Because group number 2 didn't talk about this last week. But I want to be able to lift this out and talk about it. Okay? Whatever your credit limit is, say your credit card is a $1,000 limit. Okay? You should only be using less than 30% of your credit limit. They're looking at 28% as ideal. I do 25 because it's easier for me to calculate 25% than it is 28. Okay? I'll say that again. Whatever your credit limit is, that's why it's not important. It's not good to max these cards out, y'all. If your limit is 1,000, don't charge 1,000. If your limit is 1,000, you should be charging $280 at the most every month, or just don't use it. Okay? You don't even have to use all of it. Okay? Because some months I'll go where I don't even use my cards. Okay? And I love to get those letters in the mail with 0% interest because I haven't charged anything. Okay? And then my suggestion is to pay off. Don't use your credit as credit. Use your credit as charge cards, which means you're paying off your balances every month. Okay? And if you can't, at least pay off 75%. At least pay off the majority. Okay? And then we already talked about checking your credit score. Okay? How many did their homework? Who checked their credit score over the week? Good, good. Amen. 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 Okay? Group 3, last week. Track your spending for 90 days. So get when they say you want a receipt, yes I do. Don't let them put their receipt in the trash, because you need to track what you're spending your money on. Yes?
Can't you do, like, can't you, like, if you track it, if you track it, can't you just pull up your bank statement?
You can do it that way too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay? And just look to see, where's my money going? That's what we have to be able to look at. And then this will help you to see where you need to cut back. I need just one latte a week and not every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, look to see where your money is going. Okay? And we talked before about eating more at home and eating out as a treat. Okay? So you eat out 2 or 3 times a month instead of every day. Okay? Amen. Amen. Cut that cable bill, as we said before.
Praise God.
Okay? You say yes? Because I already looked into Netflix and Hulu. I did my homework. I'm about to be done with Comcast, all of them, DirecTV, all of them. Go ahead.
Check out Sling.
What about internet?
Oh, yes.
What about it?
Wi-Fi. I need it.
No, you can. But I'm just saying there are packages that you can, have that are much cheaper.
Oh, while we're on the subject, if y'all looking for an alternative to, like, watching TV,
Yes.
this Sling TV.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Slingbox. Amen. How is that different? What does that offer?
It's from $20 a month to $40 a month. but they have different packages in it where, that you can add. That you can add HBO if you want to watch movies and stuff. But if y'all got, all right, I'm gonna tell y'all a trick. If y'all have somebody that has cable or something like that,
Yes.
get they login info and then use that for like HBO and stuff.
I don't want to be corrupt. That sounds corrupt. Is that legitimate? You talking about somebody else's login?
I can explain it real good.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Slingbox is like the major hub
Okay.
of all these other places. Like for example, you got Wi-Fi at home.
Okay.
You can download TNT,
Okay.
ESPN.
Okay.
You can download all those individual channel
Okay.
apps and watch it like that. But Slingbox, it combines all that so you don't have to do all that individual download.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
and that's what he was saying. Like for an additional amount of money, they'll give you the HBO, the ESPN, and all
But it's
that.
still cheaper than Comcast.
Yeah, it's
and Big
cable
Mac.
without cable. That's what I
Okay.
call it. It's cable without cable, if that
Gotcha.
makes sense.
Okay.
So is that
Yes.
like the Amazon, the Fire Stick, or
Yeah,
the
you can
Roku
put it up.
Stick?
You can put it up on there. You can put it up on if you have like you put it up on there, a Roku, a PS3, Xbox, any streaming device you can.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna write that down. Slingbox. Okay, that's my next move, y'all.
A lot of those have free trials too.
Yeah.
Oh, amen.
So
If you don't like
can
it,
go ahead and sign up for the free trial and try all of them out before you decide which one you want to do.
Which one you got?
We have Netflix. I've had Hulu at one time, but we've since gone to cable. And one thing I was finding with, like, just compare Netflix and Hulu, for example.
Okay.
They were having the same movies, except the only advantage with Hulu is you get all the network television shows
The day after.
a lot of times the day after. Well, I counterattack that. I download all the individual apps if I want to. But now that we have cable, it's all on demand the next day anyway. So, you know, we didn't need Hulu.
Gotcha.
But if we ever wanted to get rid of cable, the box and just keep Wi-Fi, then I have all those other options. But I'll probably go with I'll download the individual apps
Okay.
because I don't really watch a lot of TV like that.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. All right. Still number 3. Look at your bank account, those statements that come in, and look to see those automated billings that come out every month. And if you don't use this stuff, then you need to eliminate it. So we said gym membership might be one. You know you ain't worked out in 36 months, but you still paying for that particular, you know what I'm saying? So whatever's coming out every month, look to see if you're actually using that service. And if you're not, you need to eliminate, because that's the cost savings right there. Okay? Group 4, if your account is in good standing, ask for a credit increase. So you know you've been diligent with your account. Your limit is 1,000. Ask them for 1,500, but don't use it. So when you charge something, that amount you're charging is going to appear with a less percentage. Remember, we said we're aiming for 28% or less. So if you're still only charging $280, but your limit is $1,500, then that 28% is going to be that much lower. Okay, it's just a numbers game that we got to get used to. Amen. Okay. Don't close out accounts if they're less than 2 years old, because that will actually hurt your score. So you want to have accounts that show longevity. They want to look at the length of your credit. Okay? And then last group, we said before, post around your house. Get money, keep money, make it grow. So let's say that together. Get money, keep money, make it grow. So first you got to get it some way, somehow. Through work, or usually through work, because we don't really get inheritance like other folk. Okay? So through work usually is how you're going to get your money. Okay? But it's really about how much you keep as opposed to, because I was,